Hello everyone, my name is Hunter555, you can all call me Hunter, and we're playing Pokemon! Woo! Apologies if that woo was a little loud. It's been a while, I have no idea if my settings have been disrupted by my absence. Quite probably. I apologise if they have. Please do say if my voice is too loud, my voice is too quiet, the music is too loud, the music is too quiet, if the image is distorted in any way, anything like that, please do. Me or the music, Dan? Because if it's me, I can turn myself down. If it's the music, I can turn that down. But, me, okay. Is that a bit better? Hold on. Let's try there. You will notice the moment I click off the game, it pauses. The music goes silent and the game freezes. That's just a feature of the emulator. There's nothing I can do about it, and there's frankly nothing I intend to do about it because it's a very convenient pause mechanic, particularly with regards to the music. It allows me to silence that if I'm just generally trying to chat to you, as I am now. But yes, I'm back. I have missed this quite a lot, but I have been so tired these past couple of weeks. I have got home every day and had absolutely no energy left whatsoever. I'm just looking now. I've actually been at my new job for 3 weeks. It's felt a lot faster than that. Anyway, I should probably say hello to people before we start getting into live stuff. So, hello Dan and True Purple here almost immediately. Hello Mythical, thank you for the resub, 10 months. And Addy, hello Addy. I knew you would show up. I hadn't told you I was streaming, but, well, no, I suppose I had, because I told Discord. I hadn't told you personally. But yes, we're playing Pokemon Red, which was one of the original Pokemon games to ever come out. I have never played Pokemon Red. I am a massive fan of the Pokemon series, but I have never played the Generation 1 games, which are Red, Blue, Green, and Yellow, for those that don't know. They came out before I was born, and when I was younger, I never had anything like a Game Boy or a Game Boy Advance. My first handheld console was a DS. The first games I played were Pokemon Black and White, which was the 5th generation of games. So I'm finally correcting that at the suggestion of moderator, fellow streamer, and fellow co-owner of the Finite In Discord, Minipacks. I was talking to them and asking for suggestions, and they mentioned Pokemon, the fact that I'm clearly such a big fan. How have I never streamed it? And they raised a very good point. I don't know how I've gone over a year streaming and not played a Pokemon game. But this does actually open me up to something that I would like to do, if other people are interested, which is after I finish playing Pokemon Red, I will move on to the next generation of games and play one of Gold, Silver, and Crystal. And then I'll move on to the next generation, and the next. Rinse and repeat, as much as I can. For most of these games, there's the slight issue of I have to set up an emulator on my PC, which was fairly easy for the Game Boy, which is what we're using here. This emulator also covers the Game Boy Color, which was the Gen 2 games, and the Game Boy Advance, which covers the Gen 3 games, but it doesn't cover anything beyond that, so it's not a DS emulator, so I'll have to set something else up for the DS and 3DS games, and then I can set up a capture card for my Switch to play the Switch games. Would I do a randomized run? If I can figure out how to set one up, Dan, absolutely. I have seen them done on YouTube. I've watched randomized playthroughs. I would love to do one. The only thing that's ever stopped me is they're not the easiest to set up. And when I've been setting them up, like trying to set them up, I've always been more interested in setting up a more recent randomized game because they're the games I know, and I would rather randomize a game I already know. as opposed to a game I've never played before, such as Pokémon Red. Right, we should probably actually get started. I'll probably complete all Game Boy Pokémon games before Nintendo puts them in the online subscription. Quite possibly. I'll explain what Andy means by that in just a second. Right. Menu. We're going to ignore continue. That was just when I was testing that the game would run. What we are going to do is change the text speed to fast. We want the battle animations on, and we want shift battle style. Shift battle style, shift and set. When you're in a trainer battle, the game can tell you what Pokemon that a trainer is about to send out and give you the opportunity to swap before they do. That's shift. Or set means they will just send it out. Shift is marginally easier, and for these games, for Pokemon Red at least, I'm going to use shift, because it's a lot harder than the more recent games. Alright. Now, new game. And we can meet Professor Oak. Hello, I am not going to do voices. I am not going to try and do voices. I'm not going to put you guys through that. I might if there's enough desire for it, but to begin with, I'll just read things out. Hello there, welcome to the... Hello? There we go. I found the correct button. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof. I don't think anyone has ever called... I've never heard anyone refer to Oak as the Pokemon Prof. Pokemon Professor, absolutely. Professor Oak, yes, definitely. Pokemon Prof, no. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. I need to do another test stream and have somewhat of a schedule, but that's the hard bit. Yeah, schedules are the hard bit. It was tough for me to come up with one, and it keeps getting thrown out the window for a new one. First, what is your name? Our name is not Ash Red, or I think that last one was Jack. Our name is, if I can find it, H-U-N-T-E-R. There we go. Our name is Hunter. Yeah, kids do add an extra layer of difficulty to it. Right, so your name is Hunter. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What's his name again? I'm worried. You don't remember your own grandson's name? Right. First choice. What do we call our rival? I've got a few ideas in mind, but I'm just conscious that this rival, compared to later rivals, is difficult because he's a bit of a dick. He's not the nicest. So a lot of the later rivals are friendlier. They're more... Whilst they technically still fit the role of rival in the game, they're a lot friendlier about it. Even the ones that's goal is very much against your own, like to try and become the champion. Hello, CJ. So I've had Dave, Forgotten Grandson, that won't fit, and CJ. Which is interesting, because my two thoughts were, considering my interactions with them, Cosmic and Addy. Addy because it's sort of tradition between me and Addy now, to have stuff like that. But I don't know if Addy wants to be the rival. Apparently not. Chris Pratt. That won't fit either, Addy. I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can have a 7 character name. That's all. Ginger! Resubscribing for 14 months with the bacon and the spicy. Hello, Ginger. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Thank you so much. No, and Cosmic's not a dick either. And Cosmic is also not here, and unfortunately won't be making it tonight. They've got Little Cosmic Dancer has some kind of dance thing. I don't know the specifics. Little Cosmic Dancer has a dance, so Cosmic's at that. Let's go for Dave. It's a nice new... I'm going to feel really bad if anyone in my community is called Dave. But Dave is a nice neutral name. I don't know anyone called Dave, except... No, I do know one person called Dave, actually. And he is a dick. So... No one tell my uncle I said that. Anyway. That's right. I remember now. His name is Dave. Hunter. Your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Dave the D. Yes, Dave the D. Right. Let's see what we've got. I didn't really explore. I just kind of went downstairs and wandered around outside for a bit, so I don't know very much about... What's this? The SNES. It's time to go. Every Pokemon game, the player's room has the latest home console. So they might have a SNES or a GameCube or the Wii or the Switch. They just happen to have whatever is the current Nintendo home console. What's that? The PC. Withdraw item, deposit item, toss item. Withdraw item. Oh, potion. We'll take the potion. Log off. I didn't... You can't store items in the I need to do... Not to begin with, CJ. Not to begin with. Yeah, you can't store items in the PC in the later games. So that's new. Oh, no. Item... Okay, it doesn't say, but I'm willing to bet that there's a limit on how many items I can have in the bag. That's awkward. That's very inconvenient. I've been spoilt in the past, or in the future, depending how you look at it. I'm used to being able to store as many items carry as many items as I want. Right. We don't have any Pokemon yet, so we can't even open that menu. This menu... We haven't got any of the badges. We've got 3,000 money, and we've been playing for 6 minutes, apparently. Save, fairly explanatory. We've already played with the options. There's not much more. These games were fairly basic, because they had to run on the Game Boy, and... They were very good for... No, I have no badges. Mr. Badger Seth isn't here, so I have no badges. Right. All boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Well, it must be true if the TV said it. As everyone knows, the TV is always true. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. Good for him. I want to watch TV. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. Don't walk on railroad tracks. Crammed full of Pokemon books. We're not going to read one. I assume that's a reference to a film, though I don't know what film. I'm raising Pokemon too. When they get strong, they can protect me. Good for them. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via the PC. The Pokemon bit I did know. What else is there? One of these buildings is the lab, and the other is... This is our rival's house. Hi, Hunter. Dave is out at Grandpa's lab. Ah, that must be Dave's sister. Stand by me. I can't say I've actually heard of that. So, that's the lab. Right. I don't care. I'm going into the grass. Or not. Where was he hiding? It's unsafe. Well, Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. So, these people, if they don't have a Pokemon, are trapped in this tiny town of 2 houses and a Pokemon lab. Where do they get groceries? Or does Professor Oak have to go with his Pokemon? Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Dave, let me think. Oh, that's right. I told you to come. Just wait. Here, Hunter. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They're inside the Pokeballs. Oh, I thought they were the Pokeballs. No, it doesn't qualify as a village. It's barely a hamlet. Even a hamlet normally has a church. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left. How does he research Pokemon with only 3 Pokeballs? How does that work? But you can have one. Choose. Hey, Gramps, what about me? I will come up with voices. Be patient, Dave. You can have one too, but I get first pick. Right. If it doesn't have a church and a bar, it doesn't count as a village. Well, those are some interesting ways to determine what a village is. Right. I already know what starter I'm picking. It's not this one. It's not Charmander. No. It's not this one. Squirtle. No. I am choosing Bulbasaur! And I have a very good reason for this. So, first bit of Pokemon trivia. Strictly speaking, Pokemon does not have difficulty levels. There's no way to change the difficulty. It is just what it is. And yet it does. Because, generally speaking, one of the 3 starters is the best against the early game gyms, which the first 3. And in Pokemon Red, and this I know, I've never played the game, but I know enough about it to know this. Bulbasaur is the best starter for the first few gyms. Super effective against the first 2, and whilst I don't remember which type the third is, I think it resists it. I think the third gym is Grass, which resists itself. Whereas Fire is weak to the first 2 gyms of Rock and Water. And Water is strong against the first, but neutral against, well, resisted by the second, because Water is resisted by itself. And if the third is Grass, like I think it is, then it's weak to the third. Whereas Grass has the best advantage. So I'll be picking Bulbasaur just because I know that these games are tougher than the more recent ones. Can you please translate the height and weight into metric for our European friends? No! I can't do those conversions in my head. I do not know the conversion rate as it is. I don't know how tall I am or how much I weigh in metric. Elcorn, the mighty Elcorn, has entered month 2 of a 6-month gift sub from Cosmic. No surprises there from anyone. We all expect it to be Cosmic. Hello, Elcorn. Yes, Pokemon. Pokemon indeed. Right. I'm not going to read all the Pokedex entries because we'll be here for years if I do that. If you want to read Pokedex entries, you'll have to go back to the VOD and read through. Or you can check out Bulbapedia or Cerebi, which are 2 websites that are fan-made and just basically are Pokemon Wikipedias. I find Cerebi tends to be a bit more focused on if you play the games, and Bulbapedia is just better off as a general Wikipedia for people. They should be up to date now. I know a game has recently come out and they can take a bit of time to get up to date, but they should be by now. Right, we want the plant Pokemon Bulbasaur. This Pokemon is really energetic. Hunter received a Bulbasaur. Do I want to give a nickname to Bulbasaur? Yes, I do. That looks like a really... up here. Looks like a really angry Mario Fireflower. Or maybe a Goomba. Right. What do I want to nickname it? I didn't get this far. I have no idea what to nickname it. I actually have more... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can do longer names for Pokemon. Only one name for a flower monster. This is going to be a reference I'm not sure I'll get. I might get it, but I'm not convinced. Ralph? Then if Ralph is a reference, I definitely don't get it. I think CJ Audrey. I believe the plant in that film is actually called Audrey 2. That reference I did get. I'm almost, because I know that Venusaur, Bulbasaur's final form, does have a massive flower on its back, I do sort of want to nickname it Cosmic. But I'm also conscious that... I'm hesitant to do nicknames that are people. Ralph was just a goofy suggestion. I like the idea of doing Audrey after the plant from the alien plant from Little Shop of Horrors. So we're gonna go for Audrey. Thank you for that suggestion, Ginger. Audrey. R is over here. Y is down here. I can't do the number 2, but I can do that. And I know Roman numerals enough to know that that's number 2. So, Audrey 2. This does mean that, unfortunately, Dave has got Charmander. Which, Charizard, final form, is a fire flying type. Both of which are super effective against my grass type, which could come back to bite me. But there is a possible solution further down the line, maybe. Right, off we go. I'm not sure what's happening to Squirtle. It's just going to sit on the table. Wait, Hunter, let's check out our Pokemon. I'll take you on. I don't know how this is going to go. Honestly. Dave wants to fight. Interesting that there's colour, because as I recall, the Game Boy didn't have actual colour. Maybe I'm wrong. Right, let's take a look at Audrey 2. Stats. Grass Poison type, 11 attack, 10 defense, 10 speed, 11 special. Okay. So attack and defense are to do with physical moves, special is to do with special moves, speed is obviously to do with speed. Anyone who's more familiar with the more recent Pokemon games might be a little confused as to why I've only got special and not special attack and special defense. That would be because in Generation 1 there was only the special stat. There was no special attack or special defense. It was just one stat, which meant if you were a good special attacker, you were a good special defender, and vice versa. Which is why certain Pokemon are dangerously powerful in these games. Alakazam being one of them. Unfortunately, we won't be seeing much of Alakazam. What other things do I need to remember? There is no Dark types in this game. There are no Steel types in this game. And there are no Fairy types in this game. Those 3 types don't exist at this point. What else? I know special stat, 3 non-existent types. Ghost is broken because it's meant to be super effective against Psychic, and it's actually weak to Psychic, and Psychic is immune to Ghost type moves. On top of that, Psychic is only weak to Poison types in this game because Dark doesn't exist yet. And Poison is terrible in this game. There's only, I think, 4 attacking Poison type moves. Have I got that right? No. Poison is weak to Psychic. I'm trying to remember my type matchups from Gen 1, which is not easy when you've never played it. Is Poison weak to Psychic? Let's see. I've got a type chart up on my wall. I'm conscious you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm looking at the type chart on my wall, which is out of date. Well, no, it's in date, but it's not accurate for these games. No, Poison is weak to Psychic. What's Poison strong against in this game? Either way, Poison is not very good. Bug! It's Bug that's crap. It's Bug. Bug is the type that's strong against Psychic, but is terrible in these games. There's only one Bug type move that was any good. It could be learnt by one Pokemon, and that Pokemon was weak to Psychic because it was also a Poison type. Aguila Huesos? I am so sorry. I've probably butchered that pronunciation. I think that's vaguely how it's pronounced, but it looks... what's the word I'm looking for? Spanish or Portuguese, perhaps. That like area of language, and I can't. Aguila. Oh, sorry. I will do my best to get that right in future. To get rid of poison, I thought you just drank milk. Not in this game. Although, in fairness, milk does heal you in these games. Maybe that's where Minecraft got it from. Yes, so Psychic is basically immune to, doesn't take any super effective damage. So when we get to the Psychic gym, we're going to have a bit of a problem. What else? There's something else. Physical Special Split. From Generation 4 onwards, all moves are either a physical attack or a special attack. Generally determined by whether or not they'd make physical contact. For example, Bite is a physical attack, whereas Shadow Ball is a special attack. Just to pull two random Pokemon moves. In this game, that's not the case. Whether a move is physical or special, is determined by its type. So, all normal type attacks are physical, regardless. All fire types are special, regardless. Even a move like Fire Fang that would actually hit you, or Fire Punch, that is very clearly meant to make impact, and is clearly a physical strike, they're still special. Look how cute they made what is essentially cockfighting. You're half right. You're half right, Aguila. The law of the Pokemon world is that Pokemon want to battle to protect the squishy non-Pokemon, i.e. us. That is one of the reasons that Pokemon want to befriend humans. Right, we should probably actually... I'm just sitting here. Tackle and Growl. Tackle, I know, is just an attack. Growl lowers the enemy's attack, I believe. Tackle also only has 95 accuracy in this game, which in this game is a problem. I'm sorry, I will be right with you. I've just had my dad try to call me. And I've declined his call. Well, exactly. I'm not sure if chickens want to fight. I've never asked them. Right, we're going to go for Tackle. I generally find in actual Pokemon games, the best strategy is to just hit as much as possible. Our attack fell. That was a great start. Ouch. That did not do much at all. That did actually quite a bit. That could be a problem. Oh, I got a crit. I don't know. I know critical hits work differently in these games, but I don't know how. I have also taken note of the fact that he is faster than me, which is problematic. I think, if I'm not mistaken, critical hits are determined by speed, so the faster you are, the more likely you are to crit. Why did Growl fail? That's odd. Why would Growl fail? You can lower stat... 2 crits. Not bad. Worked that time. As long as that doesn't crit, we should be fine. We won! Woo! First Pokemon battle done. Nice. And we leveled up. Woo! Okay, so we're definitely more of a special attacker than a physical attacker. We're not going to be particularly fast, but I know that. What? Unbelievable! I picked the wrong Pokemon! You haven't. Just not much use just yet. Hunter, Gramps, smell you later! How rude. Right. Just out of curiosity. Okay. I just wanted to check if we did get healed up. I just also want to... Can I... Doesn't look like I can check the accuracy of a move. I thought I could, but apparently I can't. Let's see what... Study Pokemon is Professor Oak's aide. Professor Oak is the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. I study Pokemon as Professor Oak's aide. Is there an echo in here? Be my guest. Right. So now... Our Pokemon journey has begun. Huh. The colour changes. And our first wild encounter. 6 years? Really? I didn't know it took so long. That's an interesting Rattata. I don't believe I've got Pokeballs yet. I don't. So I'm just going to have to fight them. Oh well, free XP. Note to Hunter. Catching Pokemon in this game won't give experience. That's a recent thing. You have to knock them out to get experience. And also, held items are not a thing. Or abilities. So there's no experience share. Which is not going to be fun. I hate switch training. Route 1, Pallet Town to Viridian City. Viridian? Isn't Viridian City where the last gym is? Thought it was. Maybe I've got that wrong. What do you have to say? I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenient shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Yay! Second potion. We're probably going to need that. Yes, but you go through there first. Okay. I know there's some, like, loops and, like, ways to basically do gyms out of order, supposedly. But, I didn't realise you went to the City of the Final Gym first. Oh, you're not... Never mind, I can't talk to him because I'm battling a Pokemon. It's another Rattata! For those curious, I have not got any plans for any other Pokemon in my team. I only knew which starter I was choosing. I know certain Pokemon that I won't be using. I won't be using anything that evolves through trade. Because I don't think I can. I don't know how to trade through the emulator, if it's even possible. If I can figure it out, then maybe that'll change. In all likelihood, I won't be using any Pokemon that evolve through trade, which unfortunately locks me out of one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game, Alakazam. Also locks me out of one of the most powerful fighting types at this point, which is Machamp. And also one of the early rock types. I'm trying to think if there's anything in Gen 1, anything else in Gen 1 that involves through trade. I don't think there is. No, there is. There's Gengar, but Gengar's useless in this game, so I'm not going to bother. Makes me think that Pallet Town is full of vermin. Quite possibly. Yes, Machamp. Right, what did you have to say? See those ledges along the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. I will keep that in mind. This must be what a ledge... Yeah, that's what a ledge looks like in these games. There's going to be a bit of graphical learning. There we go. Another battle. I want to try and get a decent... That Pidgey could be a problem. Depending on if it knows a flying type move. Because I don't have an actual attacking move. Leech Seed just does passive damage. Ooh, that was nice. It does have a flying type attack. Never mind, it did nothing. Oh, that's in the perfect health range to capture. Yeah, so Leech Seed does a small bit of damage every turn that then heals you, but it's only like 1/16 or something of their health. So it doesn't do much. It's not enough for a proper battle. I mean, you can use it in a battle and then just stall, but it's not advised. So this is Viridian City? No? Training tips. The battle moves of Pokemon are limited by their power points, or PP. To replenish PP, rest your tired Pokemon at a Pokemon Center. Trainer tips with Hunter. Nothing that way. Anything this way? Some water. We can't go on the water yet. Oh, that's something I need to remember. This is HM territory. I'm going to need HMs. You'll learn what HMs are later in the game. I'm not going to explain things that the game explains later on. Pokemon Centers heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. Thanks, CJ. Thank you, CJ's Dolphin. Enjoy the lurk. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money either. Awesome! Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We'll heal your Pokemon back to full health. Or perfect health. Yes, please heal my Pokemon. That's why I'm talking to you. Your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see... She's saying she wants my Pokemon to get hurt! How dare you? Why would you want my Pokemon to get hurt? Viridian City boasts a massive population of 18 people. Wow! It's huge. You want to know about the 2 kinds of caterpillar Pokemon? No. I can tell you about the 2 types of caterpillar Pokemon. It's Weedle and Caterpie. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? I got Oak's parcel. Sure. Okay, I'm not allowed to buy anything. No potions. What do you want to say? This shop sells many antidotes. Maybe she's hitting on me. I don't think I'm her type. I'm a 10-year-old boy. Sorry, Aguila. That was, Automod being perhaps a little overbearing. Trying to memorize all my notes. Looked at the notebook. First page. Pokeballs are used to catch Pokemon. Up to 6 Pokemon can be carried. People who raise and make Pokemon fight are called Pokemon trainers. We knew all that. Second page. Healthy Pokemon may be hard to catch, so weaken it first. Poison, burns, and other damage are effective. Pokemon trainers seek others to engage in Pokemon fights. They're not... Okay, no, they are called battles. Battles are constantly fought at Pokemon gyms. The goal for Pokemon trainers is to beat the top 8 Pokemon gym leaders. Do so to earn the right to face the Elite Four of Pokemon League. Hey, don't look at my... Blackboard describes Pokemon status changes during battle. Sleep, burn, poison, freeze, paralysis. I know what all these do. Mini packs! Coming in with a resub for 9 months. Hello, mini packs. Thank you for the resub. Welcome on in, and thank you for pushing me towards Pokemon. Because I am 45 minutes into this stream and I haven't actually done anything. I'm in the first city beyond. I'm in Viridian City, which is the first one beyond Pallet Town. I haven't got the Pokédex yet. I just want to check Burn. Burn reduces power and speed. It also causes ongoing damage. Burns remain after battles. Okay, I'm going to read. Okay, I'm just quickly... I know sleep stays after battle. Okay. Burn lowers speed. That's new. You can be afflicted with the PlayStation Network. Hey Storm, welcome on in. You can't go through here. This is private property. But I can just walk randomly into buildings? My daddy loves Pokemon too. Coming up with nicknames is fun but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. Working, so we'll be lurking, but wanted a chance to say hi to everyone. No worries, Storm. Hope the work goes okay. Right. There's the gym, but we can't get there. Take the parcel back to Oak? I will, but I want to explore. I don't know. Those Pokeballs at your waist, do you have Pokemon? It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. It is. That is an HM tree. That's a tree you can cut down. Where's the... No, I didn't. When Pokemon can speak a language I understand, then I will. There's a cut tree there. Look at those slick graphics. Yeah, this is cutting edge packs. What are you talking about? This is a different route. Where's this? I'm not used to this. I'm used to games that restrict how far you can go. They don't let you go any further. There's nothing there. It's a dead end. No, I don't. I don't understand Pika Pika. Right, what are we battling? Ooh! Nidoran! Ooh. Nidoking's a good Pokemon. That's going to happen a lot. I do know what all these Pokemon evolve into, so I will tend to look at Pokemon based on what they finish as, not what they are right now. But Nidoran evolves into Nidoking, which is a poison ground type. That ground type is good, even in the early games. And Nidoking, I think, has a strong physical attack. The poison type is neither here nor there. Poison types don't really have much purpose until Generation 6, when the Fairy type is added. But ground types are good. I might have to come back and catch one of those. What's up here? That's a Nidofight. I want to actually be able to catch Pokemon, so I'm going back. Because I assume I can get Pokeballs eventually, and I would like to be able to catch Pokemon. So we're going to head back towards Pallet Town. If I can figure out the way. And then we can start catching Pokemon. Leaping over all the ledges. Mostly. There we go, another battle. This was cutting edge mobile gaming when I was a kid. It was! Granted, I never played it when I was a kid, but I do know enough to know that this was cutting edge. Agila, you're right, but I can't. Because, as I mentioned, I can't get the trade evolutions. I also can't catch any of the version exclusives that are in Pokemon Blue. Because this is only Pokemon Red. I don't know what the version exclusives are in these games. But I do know that there are version exclusives, because there's always been version exclusives. It's why there's 2 different games each generation. To make you buy both or find a friend. I'm not sure why they think nerds have friends, but yeah, sure, worth a try. Right, I think your mum heals you even in this game. You should take a quick rest. You and your Pokemon are looking great. Take care now. Thanks, Mum. What was I saying? Yeah, I can't get all the version exclusives because I don't know how to trade. If I did, then I could perhaps convince someone to play the blue ROM, but that would require someone to play the blue ROM. Oh, Hunter, how is my old Pokemon? Seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. You have something for me? Yeah, here you go, old man. This is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps! I need to come up with a voice for Blue. What did you call me for? I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention. No, that's definitely a Pokeball, right? It's definitely not a Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. No, Pinsir was blue exclusive and Scyther was red, but I don't remember many other than those. Somewhere in the house I still own a GB Color and Pokemon Blue. That's a table, not a desk. What is a desk but a table with purpose? Right. That's, I'm not sure if that would actually work, Elkhorn, because this is a ROM rather than actual Game Boy. So I'm playing on the PC. I doubt I could link trade. Pinsir and Scyther. In fairness, I wasn't planning on using either of them because bug types in Gen 1 not very good, or in Gen 2 for that matter. Scyther gets a little better because it can evolve, but the others not so. But Pinsir not so much. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Hunter and Dave, take this with you. Thank you, Oak. Oh, that's the desk. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it all to me. Pax, if you're willing to toss the exclusives in chat, that would be very helpful because it means that I can let myself down now if there's any Pokemon in blue that I would like to have or that would be useful to have. I completely missed what Dave just said. Something about not needing me, which is a bit harsh. I know, I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one. That's a bit mean. That's very mean, isn't it? Played Sword and Shield after not playing any Pokemon games for decades and was surprised that they had to start doing animals with jobs because they already used all the regular animals. Yeah, Pokemon Sword and Shield are very different games. Right, we've already been to Dave's house. It's here. And here's Dave's sister. Exclusive to Red. Ekans, Oddish, Mankey, Growlithe, Scyther, and Electabuzz. In these games, Scyther and Electabuzz don't have evolutions. Oddish only has one final form. Hello. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. What if this gecko was a ninja? What if this lizard a rock and roll guitarist? Yep. It is rather... Pokemon are quite different. Mankey could be alright. Primate's okay. Growlithe, good fire type, but I'm not sure if I need a fire type. Sandshrew, Vulpix, Ninetales, Meowth, Bellsprout, Magmar, Pinsir, and evolutions of them. Meowth. What's Meowth? Because generally version exclusives are considered counterparts. Sandshrew, I'm not sure what that's the counterpart of. I'm not sure why you've listed Vulpix and Ninetales as separate Pokemon when they are related. Listening to this out of context is hilariously funny. Oh, hysterically funny. Bellsprout is a decent evolution. Unfortunately, it's in the other game. Mankey and Meowth. Okay. Oddish and Bellsprout, Magmar and Electabuzz, Pinsir and Scyther, Ekans and Sandshrew? Then Vulpix and Growlithe, because they're both fire types. Oddish, yeah. No, yeah. Electabuzz, Magmar. I guess Ekans and Sandshrew. Doesn't feel right. Hunter got a town map! Yay! Now I can figure out where I'm going. Oh. A girl of few words. Right. Let's see. Item. Town map. Use. Route 1, Viridian City. Route 2, Viridian Forest, Diglett's Cave, Pewter City. That's where the first gym is, Pewter City. Route 3, Mount Moon. Route 4, Cerulean City. Route 24, Route 25, Sea Cottage. Just for the record, I am pressing up every time, even when it's going down. So, let's go all the way back to the start. Up, 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 then along, up, pressing up, up, up. Sea Cottage, I still pressed up to go down to Route 5. I pressed up to go to Route 6. Then Vermilion City. I'm still pressing up. It's jumping all over the place. I assume this is the order I'm supposed to go in. Rock Tunnel, Route 10, Lavender Town, Pokemon Tower, Route 8, Route 7, Celadon City. I don't know what the gym is in Celadon City. Or Saffron City. 18, Fuchsia City, Safari Zone, Sea Route 19, Seafoam Islands. 20, Cinnabar Island. 21, Route 22. That's where we found the Nidoran. 23, Victory Road. And the Indigo Plateau, which is the Pokemon League. The first Fish Place Pokemon. I never saw Fish Place Pokemon. I did say Twitch. I did participate in Twitch Place Pokemon though. That was a lot of fun. Power Plant, Pallet Town. No, Celadon is not rock. Pewter City is rock. Yeah, I played Twitch Plays Pokemon, or I say played, joined the anarchy that was Twitch Plays Pokemon. If you don't know what Twitch Plays Pokemon is, look it up. It was, it was hilarious. I still can't believe that it actually worked. Well, I mean, technically they were going to keep playing until they won, so it was going to work. But considering some of the stuff they managed to do first time, and just how many, like, not cultural references, they didn't really become cultural references, memes, I suppose, how many memes came out with that. But a lot of Pokemon players, not all, but a decent number of Pokemon players, if you ask them who Lord Helix is, they can at least give you a fairly reasonably accurate summary of who Lord Helix is. When was Twitch Plays Pokemon? Because you say you dang kids. I swear it was not that long ago. I swear it was fairly recent. But my perception of time is all over the place. So, when did it happen? And are they still doing it? Because I know they went on to do the other games, but I don't know if they're still... It started in 2014! I should have waited until next year! I could have considered this a 10-year anniversary of it. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the only reason I think I knew what Twitch was because of the Yogscast's Christmas charity stuff. The Jingle Jam. That's the only reason I knew what Twitch was. This way. Oh, never mind. Battle. Old enough to have played the games before you could watch people play them. Yes! Consult the tickets. Oh, Yeah, for Twitch Plays Pokemon, it was consult the fossil. There is one thing that I am tempted to do, just because I assume it will work for the ROM, but I'm not certain. So the way the AI works in these games is it chooses the move that has the type that's super. If it has a move that is super effective type to your Pokemon, it will always use that move. Even if that, well, not always, but it will try and use that move. Even if that move isn't an attacking move. Which means that one of the champion's Pokemon can be cheesed because it knows a move that doesn't do damage, that's of a specific type. So if you send out a specific Pokemon, which I believe is Venomoth, you can lock it into a move that won't do any damage, and then just stall it. Am I going to be killed by a Pidgey? No. And it's very tempting to catch myself a Venonat to evolve into a Venomoth. Woo, level 9. Oh, yeah, special all the way. But yeah, catch that Venomoth just so I can cheese the champion. It feels a bit cheaty. Well, I mean, that's what cheesing, sort of what cheesing is to some people. It was hard enough to download an image, never mind to watch someone play a game. You're dating yourself a little there, Pax. Yeah, you're carbon dating yourself a little bit there. Don't worry, I know I'm quite young compared to you all. How do gnats evolve into moths? That's not how biology works. CJ, I am doing battle against pigeons and rats with a dinosaur with a plant bud on its back. None of this makes sense. Right. So, the map wanted me to go up this way. Oh, the old man's gone. I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest, which is where we'll be going next. But first, I assume I didn't get given Pokeballs. No, I didn't. Let's go and buy some. Still going strong, less than 100 viewers. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Aguila. That's very kind of you. Always look at Alcathorn to feel young. Harsh. Accurate, but harsh. Right. Pokeballs. 10. Let's go for 10. Because that's most of my money. That's everything. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It's very much lost its what's the word I'm looking for? Novelty, I guess. The novelty's sort of worn off. I don't think even when they did Twitch Plays Pokemon Crystal. I'm not sure which one it was for the Gen 2 games. Gold, Silver, or Crystal. I don't know which one they played. But it was never as popular as Pokemon Red. Right, that is a Nidoran male. We want that. The reason I'm specifically looking for a Nidoran male is because the female version evolves into Nidoqueen. And Nidoking is more powerful. I know how that sounds, but it is. That's just the nature of these games. Item. Pokeball. They do, yeah, the Pokeball prices this early really are quite harsh. They're a little better later on, just because you start with a bit more money. I think you start with 5,000 rather than 3,000. It's different, it says sense danger. Larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Do I want to give a nickname to Nidoran? Yes, I do. I don't know what the nickname should be. Nidoqueen can learn Bohemian Rhapsody. What? Pokeballs? Do you mean Alcorn? Or money? Yeah, it looks a lot more froggy in these games. Which is probably why a lot of people thought it was a frog. Pokeballs, yes. Pokeballs you can find. You don't find loads though, they're not everywhere. And items in these games don't respawn in the same way in some games. They do in some games. Right, I need nicknames. Nicknames is always the hard part. I don't know. Spikes? Spikes, Thorny Boy. Looks like we're definitely going for a theme about the fact that it's got a spike or horn on its head. Never nicknamed one. I'm hit or miss. I used to nickname them, then I stopped for a bit because I liked having the actual Pokemon names, and now I've started again mainly because I know what all the Pokemon are called by looking at them. Unihorn. Master Pointy Esquire. I don't think I can nickname it Master Pointy Esquire. I think that's a bit long. But Spike is a nice simple name. So we'll go for Spike for a nice simple name for a nice simple Pokemon in a nice simple game. If it was a female, I could have named it Freddy or Mercury. I was thinking about that, CJ, but I wanted to have my first stream of it just to see how people enjoy it. Ashley Cody, thank you so much for the follow and welcome on in. Right, so we've got our Nidoran. I'm not going to keep calling it Nidoran male. It's a Nidoran. We're going to go immediately back to the Poké Center and heal because you don't heal your Pokemon when you capture them. Oh, given what CJ suggested, I will give a free redeem to the first person to name the 4 Pokemon on the screen in the 4 corners. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. The first person to get those names in chat gets to nickname a Pokemon for free. Heal. Thank you very much. I don't think I'm going to read Nurse Joy. And Addy's the only one who took that seriously. Agila is the one who wins the prize, though. And gets to feel good because I think they actually spelt those all correctly. Granted, I'm not sure about Kangaskhan. I don't actually know how Kangaskhan is spelt. I think it's spelled like that, but I'm not sure if it's Khan with an H. Right, so it's up this way. Then it's where the old man... the girl's gone. Oh no, the girl's there. When I go short... oh, I've spoken to you already, haven't I? What do you have to say? Had my coffee now and I feel great. Sure, you can go through. Are you in a hurry? Yes. Time is money. Go along then. What did you say if I say no? You're using a Pokédex. When you catch a Pokemon, Pokédex is automatically updated. What? Don't you know how to catch Pokemon? By battling me? Oh, no, he just randomly catches a Weedle. I wish I had not done this because I don't need this tutorial. Did he just catch a Pokemon at full health? That's not how this works. Try to not make you regret this too much. Agila, I tried to keep things at least relatively family friendly. Just, I'm conscious you're new, so of course you don't know exactly how things are done here. But I do try and keep things at least mostly family friendly on most of my streams. It's only Subnautica when I don't. And Pokemon is a fairly family friendly game anyway, so trying to keep it that way. Thank you. It is a Weedle, you're right. And then he goes on to tell you to weaken the target Pokemon after he didn't. Right, here's the gym. This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. I mean, the games came out nearly 20 years ago. nearly 30 years ago, I know exactly who the leader is. 25 years ago in 2021, I think? Right, we need to catch another Pokemon. Because we've only got 2 right now. I could do with some grass. There we go. That doesn't mean it can't be done, this is true. Weedle. When I said I needed a 3rd Pokemon, I meant something that I could actually use later on. I'm not catching you. I'm just killing you. Oh right, I'm poison type. I resist poison type moves. I'm thinking, I swear grass is weak to poison. It is, but poison is resistant to poison. There's an item. Just there. I can't get to it. Uh, 98. I'm not sure. I feel like I've missed something. 98. What have I missed? Did I say something that resulted in a number? I'm going back down here because I want to see if there's any other Pokemon that appear over here. The age of the game. Oh. No, the game came out in 96. Pokemon Red came out in Red and Green came out in 96. I'm almost certain of 96 that it's 96. I'm not sure if that's when they were internationally released, but that's when they first came out. I mean, it's a Rattata. They're not very good. They're the regional rodent. They're not supposed to be good. They're supposed to be early Pokemon. I'll see if I can get a Pidgey. That would give me a flying type then, and I'm going to need a flying type. Japan got it first, and then it's... Yeah, in Europe it was 98. Okay. Yeah, because the original Japanese releases were definitely 1996. Because it was 2016 when Pokemon Go came out that they used as the 20th anniversary. Okay. Give me a Pidgey. That's not a Pidgey. But what I am going to do is I'm going to put... Actually, yeah, I will move Nidoran into the front of the party so I can start getting it some XP. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use it as my battler, though, because I don't know what moves it knows. I didn't even take a note of what level it is. No, that's the Pokedex. Pokemon. It's level 4. Stats. 9998. Leer and Tackle. You've got a red and blue strategy guide? That might... I'm about to say that might be worth something, but only if it's in good condition. That is not a Pidgey, that's a Spearow. I mean, Pidgey's the quintessential bird. But I feel like Spearow might be a little better. Well, I need a flying type. Spearow's actually had the decency to show up. So, we'll catch the Spearow if we can. And it knows a flying type. It's already crit me. If you're going to do that, CJ, you can get out now. Correcting all the typos. Oh, for a second I thought that was Sing's animation. Why did Growl fail before? Maybe it just doesn't have 100 accuracy in these games. Oh, that was close. Item. Pokeball. It isn't in good condition. I thrashed that thing. It lived in the box of my Pokemon cards. Fair enough. Chicken cooker works. Sorry, Addy, you were a little off there. Chicken cooker? Considering what I've just caught, that feels a little directed at me. Eats bugs in grassy areas, has to flap its short wings at high speed stay airborne. Right. Yes, I do, or I do want to give it a name, or more accurately, Agila is giving it a nickname. So I'm just going to sit here until I get a nickname from Agila. Oh, you're playing Minecraft at the same time. Okay. Cause too many problems with my craziness. Do tell me off. Don't worry, CJ. I will. I'm more than happy to tell people off. Pecky Peckers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can do Pecky Pecks. I can't do Pecky Peckers, I can do Pecky Pecks. If you would like Pecky Pecks. Right, let's get that in. No. It's a good job I can undo. That would have been an unfortunate typo. Pecky Pecks. There we go. And now I need to go and heal again. Unfortunately, in these games, there's probably going to be a lot of trekking back to the Pokemon Centres. At least to begin with, before I have enough money to be able to just burn it on potions. Heal. There we go. And I've got Nidoran in the front, so we'll go down to this route because I know where there's grass. If I can find the time, I will try and do some grinding off stream. Because so in the current Pokemon games, there's an item called the Experience Share. In fact, it technically doesn't exist anymore. But basically, when you defeat a Pokemon, catch a Pokemon, or defeat a trainer, you get experience. You do in these games. But in modern games, that experience is divided amongst all your Pokemon. In Gen 2, I believe, they introduced an item. Possibly Gen 3, they introduced an item that you could give to one Pokemon. That, oh dear. And Gus didn't miss. That was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Let's send Pecky Pecks out. Does flying resist itself? No, it does not. So yeah, so there used to be an experience share item that you would give to one Pokemon, and it meant that if you gained experience, then that Pokemon would gain half the amount of experience. And that was the case until Gen 6, when it was changed, so it split it it gave experience to all your Pokemon, regardless. And I think it gave either the amount they would have earned if they'd been in the battle, or half that amount. I'm not entirely certain on which. And now there isn't even an item, it just happens. But in this game, that item does not exist in any capacity. The only Pokemon that get experience are the ones that participated in the battle. Which does mean a lot of just this, where I have to run back and forth battling wild Pokemon. Trying to level my Pokemon up. There may be some occasions where I go into a gym battle or battle the rival or anything like that and see that they're a lot higher level than I was expecting, so I have to just do grinding streams. That might be the case sometimes, I'm afraid. But I will do my best to do that off stream. if I have the energy for it. What might end up happening is I boot up the emulator and then boot up Minecraft on a second, on my second screen, so I can talk to people on Infinity Cove. Infinity Cove members, if any of you would like to talk to me whilst I'm grinding Pokemon, then please let me know, because I could use the company. It's nice to have people to talk to. Don't take out Pekipeks. Now this should give experience to both, if I'm not mistaken. I'm high enough level that that won't make much of a difference. Come on. There we go. Pekipeks gained experience. Yeah, it splits it between them. I'd be more than happy to do that, Pax. As long as occasionally you don't mind me venting to you. Especially if my shifts were like today. I haven't talked about it yet, but morning at work today, absolutely fine. Nothing wrong at all. During lunch, I get asked about a laptop build for a new employee at one of the client companies that my company provides IT services for, that I didn't realise started on Monday. They needed the laptop in their office Monday morning, which basically meant I needed to get it done by 5 PM. It was 1:30. I am 3 weeks into this job. There was no way in hell I was going to have it ready. I didn't have it ready. I was ready to stay until 6, because that's when the last person leaves. I was ready to stay until then, hand it to last guy, because he goes past the company's office on his way home, so he could have dropped it off. But thankfully, my boss called the company up and asked if we could delay the laptop, because the company had screwed up by giving us such a small window to do it in. They told us about the new starter on Tuesday. We didn't have the laptop until yesterday afternoon. And I was busy yesterday afternoon with other stuff. So, it's the company's fault. Not mine. So I've got a couple of hours on Monday to try and get the laptop finished. But because everyone now knows that that laptop needs to be done in the first 2 or 3 hours of the day. Please. Pekipeks! You are a god! 1 health. That's how you do it. So I'm likely to get a fair bit of help. Part of the reason I was so nervous to ask for help was because yesterday my boss lost it at everyone except me. It was just such a bad day for everyone else. I was fine. At the moment I can get away with murder because I'm new. But I don't know how much longer that'll last. Is Gust super effective? It shouldn't be. No, it's not. Okay. 1 HP in a dream, absolutely. Mods, you're slacking. I've just looked at the time, the stream time. We're at 1 hour 25. I'll go on break shortly. Because I'll need to take a break from the screen. And then when I come back, we can talk about my future stream schedule. I don't think that crit mattered. Oh, can you do better, Dan? That I shouldn't issue that challenge, because I know you're a good mod. Because it's not every day that you have mods actually competing to see who can tell the streamer to go on break first. No, that's fair enough, Pax. No worries, Agila. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the follow. You have been a wonderful addition to the community. So thank you. And yeah, hopefully next time you see Pekipeks, it will be a bit more powerful. I don't know. Do all Pokemon in these games have genders? Or just Nidos? Stats. Doesn't look like it does. It looks like it's only the Nidos that have them. Okay. Still wouldn't have noticed, but you resemble that complaint. I think that's an autocorrect. Elkhorn, I don't know. That was only ever the case for Subnautica. Pekipex is MB. I absolutely endorse that. I'm more than happy to have a Pokemon that's also MB. For those who are unaware, I am non-binary, so having a non-binary Pokemon makes sense. Right. Possibly Elkhorn. And it's been, in fairness, it has been a while. So I think I can forgive you. We're all going to be shaking the rust off a little for my streams, so I can absolutely allow that to slide. Let me kill you. Yeah, see you, Agila. Thank you again for stopping by. Yay, level 5. Do I get a move? No. How much damage did I take? Oh, none. There we go. And Pidgey. This is starting to get repetitive. I have no idea what a good level is to be, so I'm just kind of aiming to get them all at a similar level, but that's going to take a while. It is a complete, as Dan said, it's a completely, hold on, that's probably in reference to the streaming thing. Is that what you're referring to? Is that a completely different game? I don't know if that's in reference to your streaming comment or Pax mentioning Rust. Right, we'll try one more with Spike. See what happens. Rust. Okay. What was your streaming idea? Just out of curiosity. If you're willing to share it. Obviously, if you don't want to talk about it on stream, that's absolutely fine. I understand you might want to keep things a surprise. That did 3. So 3 more will take me out. I can survive one more gust. There we go. Level 6. No move. Bonus streams when kids are off. Yeah? Bonus streams are always good. Switch to first. There we go. But before I do that, I am going to take my break. Because I should have taken it 30 minutes ago and I didn't. Mods, when I come back, I will just stream for the next 90 minutes. I think, unless my energy levels should suddenly crash. I'll just take the one break today. Normally I take a break every hour. Today I'm going to take a break now and then run through to the end of the stream just because of how I've ended up doing it today. But yeah, just a few minutes to get away from the screen, rest my eyes, stretch my legs, top up my drink. You should all do the same. If you're hungry, grab a snack. I think I have my banana in my bag from lunch still, so I'm probably going to eat that because I'm quite hungry. I've had dinner, I don't know why I'm hungry. But yeah, it's just a few minutes, so I'm not spending even more time staring at the screen than I already do. You guys will take a break as well, and I will see you folks all shortly. And we're back. Hello everyone. Let's actually put you in the game. There we go. I have made the rather unfortunate discovery that I won't be sleeping very well tonight. For the past month or so, the streetlights outside my house, like that stretch, have been broken. None of them have been lit. So the outside, stretch of road just outside my house has been pitch black. Quite far up the road, I think, because the only light has come from the nearby traffic lights and our own porch light. And that's meant that I've got used to having quite a dark room. However, I do not have a blackout blind. It does let a bit of light through, which means that now that these street lights that are quite bright in contrast are lit back up, I'm going to struggle, I think, because I've adjusted to the darkness. Interestingly, when the lights first went out, I struggled to sleep because of the darkness. Apologies, folks. I decided to choke on my drink. Don't try and breathe squash. It doesn't work. Oh, my eyes are watering from that. Where was I? Yeah, so I'm hoping I'll readjust quickly, but it might mean a couple of restless nights, which is not ideal. Although it's the weekend, so it's not the end of the world if I don't sleep as well. I don't have to go to work. Now, I don't think I can battle this Pidgey. I'm not sure Pecky-Pex has enough health. Let's find out. Okay, that crit might help. Gust does... Oh, that was a crit, though. I might be able to. Oh, never mind. 2-hit KO. Let's go and heal. Let's battle another Pokemon. Right. Now we need to discuss something. And that is my stream schedule going forward. I haven't got one. I haven't planned one yet. Why run away? Kill it, kill it, kill it! Woo! 1 health! That's twice Pecky-Pex has survived on 1 health. Yeah, I haven't got a new stream schedule planned yet. It is going to be different. Lingering choking, apparently, from my squash. Yes, so... It will be different from what it used to be. For those who didn't realise somehow, I used to stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and it used to be every other Sunday. I am going to be changing that slightly. Current working theory is going to be Friday evenings at the same time that we did today will be Pokemon. So 8:30 GMT will be... You know what? No. Because I've just said GMT and then remembered that on this coming Sunday, the 26th, Britain's clocks go forward. So that's useless. Using British Summertime, which is UTC +1. Yeah, so BST, which is UTC +1. That, I will stream Pokemon Red at 8:30 on Fridays. 8:30 PM BST on Fridays. I am looking at doing that going forward. Saturdays will stay the same. It will still be the After Dark Subnautica stream at 10:30. That won't be tomorrow. I'm going to start this from, I think, next week. The only reason I'm not doing it tomorrow is because Addy is coming round, and Addy and I are taking every chance we can get, because at the moment it's a bit difficult for us to meet up, just due to the nature of my job. And I want to continue doing Minecraft. Minecraft is where I started. It's still very popular. I want to continue streaming from Infinity Cove. So I am thinking possibly on Sundays after Elkhorn has streamed, I will stream my own stuff. I might still join Elkhorn when he does Odd Job Sundays, which are the group projects that he streams. But I will then stream afterwards, and if we're still in the groove, I will continue working on the project, but more likely than not, because normally everyone has to go, I will stream my own stuff. But that's not certain, because that's going to be a late night on a Sunday. So I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do when I'm going to stream Minecraft. It might be a case of Minecraft continues to be a weekday stream, but I'm not sure if that's really going to be feasible anymore, because it really varies how I'm feeling when I get home. Saying that though, I wasn't sure I would want to stream today, and now that I am streaming, I'm feeling really good about it, so maybe I should just go ahead and say I will continue to stream Minecraft. I never nicknamed it this, but Minecraft Mondays. I might continue to do that, because it's still early enough in the week that I won't be too drained from the week, so that might not be a bad idea. Keep it as Monday. The matter is also complicated, air quotes, by my sister moving out, not this weekend, but next weekend. So she has been the person who's been doing the most cooking recently. Now that I'm at this job, she's doing most of the cooking during the week. So she's leaving. So I might have to try and figure out. It shouldn't be a problem. I should be able to cook and still be able to fit in a stream, because we normally eat dinner an hour before I stream anyway. So Fridays and Saturdays are fairly locked in. It's just when I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to stream Minecraft. And it might be a case of that I feel like I stream another day during the week, in which case I will just stream. I will toss an announcement up in Discord a bit ahead of time, or even just go live. Yeah, Dan, I'm not sure it's a good idea. At the very least, not to begin with. Slightly different when I was at the pub, because I knew how late I could be up. I knew what I could get away with, and also my schedule was very different. So I think to begin with it might just be a bit varied, just trying to figure it out. But yeah, I'm not going to commit to anything too far in the future. The last time I tried to commit to something well in advance, I ended up breaking my arm. So committing to stuff is perhaps not the best idea. What I might do if it's a Minecraft or Pokemon day and I'm feeling particularly rough after work but I still want to stream, I will play Minecraft Bingo. Whether that will be the new 1.19 version or the original 1.16 version, I don't know. But that's something where I feel a bit more comfortable being not family friendly, being adult content, but Subnautica requires I am sorry. That coughing fit I had earlier from my drink has left a tickle at the back of my throat, and it's really bothering me. Yeah, Subnautica requires a fair bit of my attention, so I don't want to be playing that whilst I'm trying to vent. The only reason that's an After Dark stream is because it's quite scary for some people, and I swear a lot playing it. And can you blame me? Though saying that, the first Subnautica game is wrapping up. Now that I think about it. Like, that's coming... We're definitely getting close to the end game of that game, so... We're almost there with that one, so well, Subnautica has a sequel game, so I perhaps don't need to worry too much about what I'm going to be streaming on Saturdays after I'm done with Subnautica. Elkhorn has an announcement. Whether it's going in here or the Discord, I don't know. But if someone could toss a link to the Discord in chat, that would be fantastic. I think anyone can do Discord. It is literally just bang Discord. It might be subs and higher only. Discord, not... Elkhorn, you can talk... We share a Discord, we play together on the... We stream together on the same server. You can talk about your streams here. I have been talking about your streams here. It's absolutely fine. I encourage anyone who streams from Infinity Cove, they are more than welcome to talk about their streams in this chat. I'm not a big fan of self-promotion with people just coming in and saying, hey, can you follow me on Twitch? But I still want to support the small streamers in our community, which is the vast majority of us, let's be honest. But I still want to support all the streamers in my community. Our community, because the Venn diagram for my community and your community is not quite a circle. So, yeah, please do feel free to talk about your streams in my chat. And also because I don't know what you've said. Schedule change this weekend. Okay. That's all I needed to hear. I can't shut the Discord because the game will freeze. Yes, I can. I have a mobile. This is what mobile phones were invented for. This exact purpose. I think I know who I will be raiding tonight as well. Perhaps a little early to be discussing who I'm going to be raiding. I've just made myself hungry with my own cooking. Apparently the last time I was in Discord on my phone was Mother's Day, when I posted dinner. Elkhorn announcements? Elkhorn at 95 is typing. You joined in, Dan? With talking about streaming stuff, or something else? I have a very hard time keeping track of conversations. Even conversations I am actively talking in. I will forget what someone has said as soon as they've said it. Oh, you joining in Discord? Okay. Hang on, you weren't already in the Discord? What? What? Okay. Hey Alcon, when are you going live? Just move. Spike learned Horned Attack. Okay. Not before you end. Damn. That's intentional. I doubt it is. There's no way for me to check. I'm gonna have to use my phone. Right. No, I don't want to lose that. That can go. Pokemon move. Horn. Attack. There we go. Need to make sure I look at the Generation 1 effect. Yeah, Nidoran. It doesn't look like it's changed at all. 25 PP, power 65, physical move. It's not a bad move for so early in the game. Yeah, it just deals damage and has no secondary effect. Interesting. Okay. That's actually a surprise. Yeah, it doesn't look like it ever changed. Getting off, taking kids out to play area in the morning. No worries, Dan. Thank you for stopping by. You take care of yourself. Yes, just to not have you be able to move. Yes, exactly. That's intentional. That's 100% intentional, isn't it? Right. Whilst we're at it, how much damage does tackle do? Only 40, apparently. Yeah, only 40. So we can prioritize using Horn Drill now. Not Horn Drill. Horn Attack. Horn Drill is a very different move that I'm not even sure if it's learnt by Nidoran. Must be. It's got a horn. It looks like a rabbit. From this angle, it looks like a rabbit, doesn't it? Fight. Horn Attack. Okay. Not quite. Tackle missed. There we go. That should make it a lot easier to get us. I just want to try and get us to level 10. I figure get everyone to level 10, then we'll move on. I appreciate that doesn't mean you guys are watching a lot of the same, but I hope I'm keeping the conversation relatively interesting. There we go. So games. Minecraft will always be Minecraft. Just exactly what I'm working on in Minecraft will vary. I meant to do tackle there. Subnautica will be replaced by Subnautica Below Zero, which I have no idea how long that game is. If it's anything like the length of Subnautica, we will be playing that for a while, so I don't need to figure out what I'm playing after it. Though I will tell you guys now, it's probably going to be a another game that I'm liable to swear in. Not necessarily a horror game, just a game that I am more likely to swear in for whatever reason. I don't want to say a more adult game, because Subnautica is not strictly speaking an adult game. Just a game that would be suitable for an After Dark stream that's not likely to give people the wrong idea, or have family-friendly streamers raid me. Raids are nice, but I don't want to be raided by family-friendly streamers by mistake without them knowing, and not everyone's going to realise straight away. And then, after Pokemon Red, I have already given this some thought. I've already thought about what I'll be playing next. Because, in theory, what I could do is play Pokemon Blue. Or Pokemon Green, or Pokemon Yellow. I'm not going to, though, because those are the same games. The only difference with Pokemon Yellow is the fact that you start with Pikachu, and your rival starts with Eevee. And I see no reason to play an almost identical game just because the starter is different. So I'm not going to. I'm going to skip those games. You get the same gist by me playing Red, and go straight onto the Gen 2 games, which were Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I didn't realise it was made for the Game Boy Color, Alcon. Regardless, it's pretty much the same game. So, there are minor changes, I know, but it's close enough that I'm not... Third games I'm unlikely to play unless that is the only one I'm playing. So Gold, Silver, Crystal. I am going to be playing Gold. There is a reason for that. It's called Soul Silver. I'll explain what that means later. The only reason I'm not playing Crystal, which was the third game in that generation, is because there's a specific Pokemon that was released in Gen 2 called Mareep. It's an electric type sheep. It's not available in Crystal, but it is available in Gold and Silver. So I'm playing Gold. After that comes Gen 3. Gen 3, I will be playing probably Emerald, if I can find an Emerald ROM. If I can't find an Emerald ROM, or there's a specific Pokemon I can't get an Emerald, I will be playing Sapphire. I'm not playing Ruby. The reason for that is called Omega Ruby. I'll explain in a second. Gen 3 is also where the first remakes are, which are Fire Red and Leaf Green. I am playing remakes. I do intend to play remakes. Depending how long it takes me to get through Pokemon games, I reckon it could be a while before I get to the first set of remakes. So, I reckon enough time will have passed. So I'm going to play Leaf Green. I'm not playing Fire Red because I'm currently playing Red. And to me it makes sense to play the opposite remake game to the original version. Does that make sense? Play one version when they first come out, play the other version in remake form. So that's Gen 3. Gen 4, I'm going to play Platinum, which is the third game, for one simple reason. It is so much better than the other two. Platinum compared to Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl are good games, don't get me wrong. Gen 4 is widely considered one of the best generations. But Platinum is so much better than Diamond and Pearl. Because it has an expanded Pokédex, and that makes so much difference. And also because I actually own Platinum, and I never played it, so I might as well play it on stream on a ROM, because I don't know how to set up a capture card for a DS, and I'm not risking breaking my DS trying to figure it out. Gen 4 is also when the Gen 2 remakes came out. I own Soul Silver. I never properly played it, so I'm going to play Soul Silver as the Gen 2 remake, which is why I'm playing Gold. Then we get to Gen 5. Gen 5 was my first set of Pokemon games. Did I just level up? No. Yeah, so Gen 5 was my first set of Pokemon games. I played Pokemon Black when the Gen 5 games came out, which makes me lean towards Pokemon White because I haven't played it. Not that there's an awful lot of difference, I don't think. I need to take a look at what the version exclusives are. I haven't played it in years, and I don't remember exactly what the exclusives are. If there's anything I specifically want, then I'll want to that I want to play Black, and I'll need to play Black to get. Then I'll play Black, but I don't think there's anything that special. Yay, level 10. That's perfect timing. Whoops. There we go. Then switch Pecky Pecks in. Okay. So Pokemon White will then be followed by the second Gen 5 game, Pokemon White 2. Yeah, they weren't very imaginative when they made the sequel games for Black and White. They're literally Black 2 and White 2. So, because it's White 2 and I play Black 2 after Black, I feel I should probably play White 2 after White. I am probably not going to be playing Pokemon Sleep, to be perfectly honest, Daddy. Those that don't know, Pokemon Sleep was announced in the Pokemon Presents. Is that what it's called? It's the Pokemon-specific version of a Nintendo Direct. I think it's called Pokemon Presents. Pokemon Sleep, honestly, it didn't really grab me. So I'm not likely to play it. Unless it makes it easier to get certain Pokemon, like Mythicals. But otherwise, no. I won't be playing it. After Pokemon White 2 is Gen 6, which was the first Pokemon games I played where I actually knew what the hell I was doing. I kind of fumbled my way through the Gen 5 games. So that was X that I played, so I will probably play Y. Again, it depends on version exclusives, but I don't recall... I want to use different teams to when I originally played through with them. So I am likely to just try and avoid Pokemon that I know I've used before. The exception might be starters. I do have a bit of attachment towards starters, and in Generation 4 there is one specific Pokemon that I will absolutely be having on my team because it is my favourite Pokemon, and that is Shinx. And it will absolutely be on my team. It is the only Pokemon that if I can catch it, I will use it. That's a lie, there's another one, but it's not easy to get hold of, and that's Umbreon. What else? What comes after Pokemon Y? Pokemon Y is followed by the Gen 3 remakes. There's a lot of Pokemon games, if you can't tell. Stop me if I'm getting a bit too into this. I appreciate that I'm kind of rambling on about Pokemon now. So the Gen 3 remakes were Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I will be playing Omega Ruby because I own it, and I would like to play it again with a different starter. I can already tell you what that starter is going to be. Actually, no, I can't. Because I don't know what starter I'm going to use. Because I might use... So, okay. To explain my confusion right now, and why I'm not sure. Because when I first played Omega Ruby, when I first got it, I started with Mudkip, which is considered the best starter for that region. Because it's only got one weakness. But when I got Pokemon X, there was an event to get one of the 3 starters from that game, which was Blaziken. Well, Torchic, which evolved into Blaziken. So I've used Blaziken and Swampert, their final forms. So I might play Emerald or Sapphire with Trico, in which case I will have used all 3 starters, and I'll just be able to pick whichever one I prefer. But that'll be the Gen 3 remakes of Omega Ruby. Then we move on to Gen 7, Sun and Moon. That's an interesting generation because Sun and Moon had sequel games that weren't really sequels because they were similar plot for the most part. I still plan to play them like both sets, Sun and Moon and then Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but they're a lot more similar than previous games. But I played Sun and then Ultra Moon. And I could play Moon and then Ultra Sun, but there's really not that much difference in it. There's not much difference between Moon and Ultra Moon, so I might just stick with Sun and Ultra Moon, because those are the games I have played in the past, and there's no difference to them. Actually, I don't think it's safe for me to continue grinding. Probably not a good idea, because Pecky-Pex is still quite low compared to the other 2. Actually, no, what we can do... If I can press the right button, open the menu, swap Audrey in, and then we can just try and get Audrey up to level 10. So it'll probably be Sun, then Ultra Moon, and then... What came after Gen 7? Gen 8? Oh, Gen 8. Generation 8 was the first generation to come out on the Nintendo Switch. Came out with the game Sword and Shield. Addy knows this. I am not a big fan of Sword and Shields. They made quite... Well, that was easy. Ultra 2's already leveled up. They made quite a few design decisions when making Sword and Shield that I don't agree with at all. I own Sword, which is why it will be the one I'm streaming, because I'm not paying for Shield as well, because that is a game I'll be playing with a capture card through the Switch. But yeah, I didn't agree with some of the creative decisions they made. So if I occasionally mention the Pokemon, the Generation 8 games, specifically Sword and Shield, and sound a bit more disparaging than I normally would about Pokemon, that is why. I'm still going to play them though. They're still Pokemon games. They're still fun. They're certainly easier than I'm used to. But I chalk part of that up to the fact that I'm older and know what I am doing. If I was younger, if I was playing this at the age you're supposed to, which is about 10, I would not be doing this. I would not be grinding. I wouldn't even think about it. I would only get experience from battling Pokemon that I bumped into as I went to the next location. Here, I actually know to grind, so I'm grinding. But yeah. So I'll be playing Sword, and then Next is Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which are the second set of remakes of the Gen 1 games, because for some reason they needed new remakes. They didn't. They really, really didn't. With all these Pokemon games, you can buy them on... yes, so for those that don't know, Nintendo eShop on the 3DS, you could buy the Generation 1 and Generation 2 games for the Virtual Console, and then play them on the 3DS. The Nintendo eShop is closing in a few days' time, so you won't be able to buy them anymore. If you already own them, fine. I already own Red and Gold on the Virtual Console. The only reason I'm not playing them through the Virtual Console on my 3DS is because I looked into how you install a capture card onto a 3DS. It doesn't look fun, so I'm not doing it. I'm using an emulator. So let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee. I have not made my mind up about which I will be playing. That will most likely be a coin toss, or decided based on version exclusives. I know basically nothing about those games except they're the Kanto region. That is literally all I know about them. So we will see what happens with those games, but they're ages away. And then the games that come after are Pokemon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, or Arceus, however you want to pronounce it. There are multiple different ways to pronounce that name. And Scarlet and Violet, which are the most recent games to come out. I skipped the Gen 4 remakes. So after Pikachu and Eevee, there was Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which were the Gen 4 remakes. I'll be playing Brilliant Diamond because I already own it. I'll just use whichever starter I have not yet used. I've used Chimchar before because I used that for my original Brilliant Diamond playthrough. I will use Turtwig or Piplup for the Platinum playthrough, and then I'll use the third one for the Brilliant Diamond playthrough again. I don't know why I'm planning so far ahead. This is going to be ages away. I don't know how quickly I'm going to get through these Pokemon games. Depending how things go, I mean, I've got time off in July. Granted, I'm away for some of that, but I'm not away for all of it, so I could do longer streams. Or I could just take a week off where I just stream Pokemon every day. Just do 12-hour Pokemon streams. In case people couldn't tell, I like Pokemon. A lot. I have... I am currently reminding myself that you guys tend not to mind when I start to talk about things I get excited about. Because I have talked a lot more than I could normally get away with certain friends and family. I say certain friends. Colleagues. I couldn't get away with talking about this at work. Like, at all. And my family would have lost interest long before now. So... that's probably why I'm rambling so much to you guys. Because you're the only people who will listen to me. Oh dear. I would say that's not a good thing, but my parents and sister have to live with me, so I suppose I can forgive them for not wanting to listen to everything that comes out of this mouth. Because there is a lot of just random crap. And only my sister knows anything about Pokemon. And she's not particularly interested in it, except the cute ones. So, my parents just, the vast majority of games they don't understand. My mum will try and make an effort, but... Yes, I know you're fine at it. You put up with a lot of my talking. So I know you're absolutely fine with it. I'm just conscious of everyone else. But, I'm nearly done with the boring aspect. I say that, I'm still at level 8. I've still got 2 levels to get through. And I'm running out of rambling to do. I have actually completely just run out of stuff to talk about. I don't know how that's happened. If anyone has any questions, then please just toss them in chat, because I am drawing a blank. I rambled on about Pokemon and then become very conscious that I was rambling about Pokemon. Alcon, I finished that the day after it released. I watched. The only reason I didn't finish it day of is because I had stuff going on, so I didn't have enough time to finish it. But yeah, I finished that the day after it came out. I was a big fan of those books, so. Well, I'm glad to hear you're still watching it. If you, by interesting, I'm hoping you mean you enjoy it. Because it's always nice when something you enjoyed is enjoyed by other people as well. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying it. How far have you got? Just so I know what I can talk about. Because I have to remind myself that although it's only 8 episodes, it's the first 2 books. So I have to remember that I can only talk about certain stuff, depending on where people are. Right, I'm going to try moving up to the next route, because I reckon the Pokemon will be slightly higher level up here. So I might have an easier time of training my Pokemon. Did I read this sign? Oh yes, it's... Mausoleum goes to parts of where they are racing against the official agency kids. Okay. Right. Oh yeah, because I remember meeting the 2 people who were running the like the graveyard not exhibition. Excavation, that's the word I'm looking for. The people who actually hire Lockwood & Co. right at the start of that section of episodes. You're talking about the episodes for the second book. Don't worry. I know. And the one of them, the woman has been gender swapped. She is a male character in the book. And it caught me a little off guard because I wasn't expecting them to gender swap anyone. But I mean, it doesn't detract from it. I haven't seen any complaints about it on social media, which was good. But I don't know why anyone would, because it doesn't really matter. His gender's not. I know a lot of people get upset when genders are swapped in adaptations, but it takes me off guard because I'm a fairly ardent supporter of must be like the book, or must be as like the book as possible. But at the same time, if they want to change something that's not going to make a difference to the plot, make the change. Frankly. If you've got someone who doesn't fit the exact description of the character, who is a better actor than, or actress than someone who does... If I've got 2 actors in front of me, using actor as a neutral term, and one looks exactly like the character's description, and the other looks nothing like the character, it's the complete reverse of the character in appearance, then as provided the appearance doesn't bear a plot point, then I see no reason why you shouldn't change it. They did the same thing in Hunt for Red October. I never watched Hunt for Red October, so I couldn't comment, but I will take your word for it. Yeah, if the actor's getting the core of the character, awesome. There are some exceptions, so take the Percy Jackson series of books, for example. Notorious for having very bad film adaptations. If you were to change the main character, Percy Jackson, I don't think you can really do that. I don't think you can really gender swap the main character in the same way. Notable exception is Doctor Who, of course, but that's slightly different. Huge Tom Clancy fan. They did a pretty good job adapting Hunt for Red October. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I've heard of it, but that's all I know about it. I couldn't even tell you what Hunt for Red October is about. I think it's about a submarine, but it might be about a ship. I'm fairly certain it's to do with a naval vehicle, but I couldn't tell you any more than that. Still level 9. It is about a submarine. Okay, I was right. Okay, I'm going to make a guess. Is it a hunt for a Russian nuclear sub? I'm guessing, based on the name. Is it the US Navy searching for a Russian nuclear sub? In the Cold War. I have no idea if this is right. I am just throwing an idea out at random. And very much a product of 80s Cold War. Yeah, I don't know why that name. There's a house and then nothing, so. Okay, I think my family have just gone to bed, so I might have to be a bit quieter. The sub is defecting, so both navies are. Oh! Which way's the sub defecting, sorry? I'm a little confused. Which way? Because I assume Red October is the name of the submarine, so is it a Russian submarine that's defecting to the US? Because a name like Red October makes me think... Not spoilers. No, it's... if you don't want spoilers for the Hunt for Red October, look away now. Or turn the stream off now. Because we're talking about it. Russian sub defecting... Okay, yeah, with a name like Red October. It's the sort of name I associate with communism. I don't know if it's an actual submarine name, but it certainly sounds like it. I am stereotyping a lot. I apologise. Right. I need to figure out if there's anything else. I kind of want something here, where the 4 like trading card things are. I would quite like something, I don't know, like my own thing in those 4 spots, because they're clearly there just to fit around the border of the game, just to make it just to fill it out. But I kind of want my own thing there, just to put my own touch on it, but I don't know how to customize that border, if it's even possible. Natural maze. What do you have to say? I can't tell if she's telling me to catch a Rattata. Weaken Pokemon before attempting to capture. When healthy, they may escape. Are you a trainer? Let's err on the side of caution. Put you in the front. No, you aren't. Okay. I'm going to go and heal up, and then I want to keep Pecky Pex in the front, because Pecky Pex is a flying type, which will be super effective against the bug types in Viridian Forest. Type matchups with Hunter. Saying that though, actually, this would be a good spot, I think, to wrap up. I will heal and then go back to Viridian Forest. I know it's a little earlier than I said I would, but I'm aware that my family are in bed. My parents have a busy day tomorrow. They're in London for my dad's birthday. It's technically his birthday on Sunday, but they're doing a thing on Saturday for his birthday. I've got Addy coming around, so I've got stuff to do. So I need to get at least a reasonable night's sleep. As best I can, considering I'm not sure how much I will with the light. And with a game like this, I'm going to be noisy, just because I get excited about it, and I'm noisy when I'm excited. I think most people are noisy when they're excited. Anyway, yes, I am going to save here, I think. That should have saved. Really hoping that has. But what I can do, and I think this does carry over, is save like that. Yeah, that's fine. Hunter saved the game. Right, I'm going to click out to turn the music off, just so I can say thank you all for coming along. It has been great to finally get back to the swing of streaming. Well, not to the swing of streaming, but get back to a stream. It has been really good tonight. I'm really glad you all came along. I've had a lot of fun, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was when I finished work. So that's good. As I mentioned earlier, although I've got a new stream schedule roughly planned out, it's not set in stone yet, and if it's going to start, the earliest it will start is next week, like next Friday at the absolute earliest is when it will start. I'm making no guarantees of that. I'm going to try, at least. I'm going to try, and if it doesn't work, we will just change it up. I'll just see what works. It's just going to involve a bit of experimenting. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you guys have enjoyed this as much as I did, because I have enjoyed it a lot. We haven't done very much, but I've enjoyed it nonetheless. Yeah, make sure that you join the Finite in Discord that I share with Minipax and Elcorn. That's where you can get notifications about all three of us going live and chat with the wonderful community that's developing over there. They are some awesome people. I'm not biased at all. Yeah, it's a good place just to hang out. There's places to talk about food, about your pets, get sneak peeks for stuff we might be doing on stream, especially if you're a subscriber to any of us, which is a good point. Make sure you subscribe to Elcorn and Minipax because they're wonderful people. Oh god, yeah, the Pun House. That's a new channel that Elcorn, I believe, set up. I can't believe you would subject us to that, Elcorn. I cannot believe it. I absolutely can believe it. You can also follow me on Twitter at Hunter555. I tweet out mostly just when I'm going live, not much else. I'm not the best at being active on social media. As you might have noticed earlier, I'm very self-conscious about who actually cares about what I have to say. So, social media, I try and push myself to use it. I'm not very good at it. What else? What else? I have a VOD channel that could really do with actually having some more VODs put on it. I really need to work on that. I'm really bad at staying on top of it, but I'm going to try and get better. I'm going to try and dedicate one evening a week to being VOD evening, like get all my VODs uploaded. It might have to be a case of pick that evening, tell my mods on this day, nag me to do my VODs. Because if there's one thing that's good at making me do things, it's my friends nagging me. My family, not so much, but if my friends ask me to do something, I'll generally do it. And I think that's everything. I'm going to be sending you on a raid to someone who is not playing Pokemon. I like to try and keep things within like the community, within our fellow adjacent servers and such. So I believe I'm going to be sending you over to Aldebar. I'm just quickly checking what he's doing and how long he's been going for. And that's an ad. My subscription for Aldebar has expired. I didn't realise. That's bad. Sorry, I'm talking to myself there. Yes, we're going on a raid, as Elcon has kindly put in the chat. The raid message is #HunterRaid, Howling at the Moon, and then your favourite hype emotes. Aldebar is playing Minecraft. He's a wonderful person, and you should all be very awesome to him. Can we also please get a shout out for Aldebar, because I'm conscious that Twitch has been a bit funny with raids recently. I don't know. I know some people don't get carried along with raids, so if we can get the if we can get a link to Aldabas' channel, just so we can make sure people are following him, or just are able to make their way over there. That should solve that problem. And let's make sure I spell Aldabar correctly. Not going to do as much good if I accidentally spell his name wrong and send it to completely the wrong channel. But yeah, thank you everyone again for coming along. Show Aldabar all the love. And as always, be wonderful, be awesome, be friendly, be kind. And I will see you guys at some point. I'm afraid I don't know when. Around the Twitchverse this weekend, I'm sure. Just in other people's chats, most likely. But I don't know when or where. But take care, everyone. And I will see you over at Aldabas.